Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, June 9th. We're looking at window traders market profile of the ES and NQ. Boy, oh boy, typical summer day. Very small range. So last week we tied in for our second smallest range of the year. Today we tied for our fourth or fifth smallest range of the year, under $3, 276 in SPY. 50 million shares below average. Very, very quiet day. NQ, inside day up, absolute failure. They attempted multiple times to get going. They could not. Righty goes out with a weekly gap that holds, and that's it. They're up now, though, on the weekly, daily, and again, it depends on how you want to look at the monthly. ES goes out with an 11-wide point of control. Their afternoon pullback got taken out in the last seconds of the day. ES goes out with nothing, just a day's high and low. It's an 8-wide point of control and a poor high for their monthly high right now in ES. SPY is not poor. Volume pot got lowered late in the day. M period does what it wants to do. We were talking earlier, after the market pushed nicely in G, H, I, J, K, it was doing nothing. I'm like, what are these buyers looking for? Well, they finally gave it up. Actually, my last 3 trades of the day in H, I, and J were shorts in ES. It was a quiet day, but it was a decent day. The first trade of the day I took was an 8-period short against the opening, which paid small. They had bought value down to overlap and a low initially in NQ. Obviously, we ended overlapping a higher, though. So that was my only short in the day in NQ. After that, I did get the long to get both A's high and the overnight high. So that was nice. And then some ebb and flow longs. I missed the long to get the IB high, though, in NQ. But C and D, I had a couple of nice ebb and flow trades. And also in D, took the long when we filled the single prints, which paid. We both attempted to go trend up. We both failed in ES and NQ. G period, I was long against, again, when we started grinding back up with some ebb and flow trades in NQ, in G, and in H. But then I started looking at ES. I'm like, they're really not getting much. So I shorted H, I shorted I shorted J. Made small, made 7.5 points total. But hey, $375 on one lot, on 3 shorts, not bad. And then M does what it likes to do, which is just wipe out the rest of these longs. So again, on days like today, you just take what the market gives you, waiting for better opportunities. There's nothing out tomorrow either, so we might have to live with this for a while. We've been very spoiled with ranges this year. So again, you have to adapt and change your style of trading. If the ranges are going to contract like this, well, then maybe you play bigger to get some of those staple plays, because you're not going to get the extension we might have been getting. Again, it's something you have to adapt to as the market changes its way of trading, especially if we start grinding towards all-time highs throughout this summer. Keep that in mind, okay? And then on the chart, so again, ES is up on all 3 time frames. Monthly is up, 1 time frame and up. Next destination is the all-time high. The weekly is up, 1 time frame and up for 2 weeks out of an inside week 3 weeks ago. They have 1 more weekly high than the all-time high. And the daily is up, coming out of that 18-day balance. Again, not good volume, not good ranges, but they're still grinding. NQ is up on the monthly and weekly, but still in a balance on the daily, which is 4 days. Hold on. There you go. I would call this a 4-day balance. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today. Okay? Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.